Gentlemen, welcome. Congrats. Coach, if you could start us off with an opening statement, then we'll open it up for questions.
It's exactly how we drew it up. Now, to be honest, what a great game back and forth. These tournaments and postseason play, there's always a team that becomes a team favorite for the tournament. And if you are a fan and you're gonna be here watching baseball, you just didn't enjoy that right there. This is a team to root for, a team to pull for. That was the definition of a Pittsburgh win. I think they walked us 13 times. We capitalized with 3 big home runs. I thought our pitchers were outstanding. I thought Reed and Firewood getting 7 out of his 9 outs as strikeouts. That was a Pittsburgh win. Now we're on to tomorrow.
Obviously, you didn't have Lorenzo for a lot of the season. How great is it to have him back? How important is it to have him get going like he did tonight?
When you're calling pitches or you're attacking an opposing team and certain guys step in a batter's box, you have to really take notice. And that's one of those guys. I mean, the numbers are there. The exit velocities for his hits come off the bat and stuff. It's unbelievable. It's just a matter of, and when he does like he did today and laid off some things and got himself in good counts. I mean, look at the first double to left center. I thought, the guy dove for it. If the ball would have hit him, it might have gone through. And then the next one's up off the foul pole and everything. So he's a guy that can impact the game in a lot of ways. And it has been great to have him back.
Another guy that finished that game, but has had his struggles at times too, Jaden Melendez. Can you talk about his home run and what that kind of meant?
Yeah, historically, Jaden's very, very good against left-handed pitchers as well. And it was really great to see, senior year. I mean, think about the emotions that these guys are going through. They're not knowing, is this the last time I'll play college baseball? But to have that moment and that memory that's created, I told him it's not a steak though, it's salad. I think it hit the salad up there. So, but it was a great shot by him.
Luke, obviously big at bat there in the 9th. They bring in a guy, face you. It's kind of throwing you a lot of stuff blown away. You see, the slider blown away. You either take it or foul it off. Can you talk to me about that at bat?
Yeah, I mean, every at bat, obviously you have an approach, you have a plan. It's just about the execution, just simplifying the game no matter what the moment is. And as the coaches preach to us, just kind of letting the game come to you, I mean, they harp on it every day, every at bat, every pitch, so no matter really who they throw out there, it's the enemy, it's another pitch, it's another at bat, it's another moment, and I was fortunate to get a good one and help the boys get an important W. So I'm blessed for it.
Yeah, for sure. And what's it like to be in a game like, you described it as just one of those baseball games you remember being at for a long time because it's just back and forth. What's it like actually being out in there and going inning by inning and sort of they come back, you guys had an answer.
It's a battle. It's I mean, whether it was 1-0 and it was a long game and or the flip side, it's 13-11, whatever the score was, it's just about the preparation, about the execution and just having fun with it. When you play tense, you don't seem to have the success you do when you're just loose and having a good time. The coaches just put us in incredible spots to succeed, and we've created a brotherhood, an atmosphere, a Pittsburgh mentality, and it's been working for us, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, and then Mike, talking about Ryan Reed, obviously, he's that 5th inning, he sees King a 3rd time. I'm sort of curious your decision to leave him in there for that 3rd at bat, and then what it says about him for him to be able to come back and grind out that 6th.
You work all season to understand who your guys are. There's 2 guys that we wanted on the mound today. And you know what? If it doesn't go your way, then you tip your cap. But Ryan's pitch count was fine. I probably didn't help him out by slowing his rhythm down by going to the mound because he was ready to go. But some things happened that inning, and there was a lot of emotions. When things happen and you feel like you should be out of the inning, you want to make sure that we can clear some things up. King put a good swing on the ball. King's a very good ball player. And, it's just one of those things that happen.
Yeah, and then talking about Ethan, again, some walks, some issues, but that bottom of the ninth, that was as clean as it could be.
Yeah, and some of the walks, when I say this, guys try to be heroes in big situations. And when you try to be a hero or try to do too much, that's the result you get, 7 strikeouts out of 9 possible outs. When you let the game come to you, and I'll say this, and is that bad? When he fouled the pitch off into their other dugout and about wiped out half their team, he probably smiled at him too, but in my mind, I'm like, he knows where he's at with this thing. And he wasn't gonna get in the chase mode. That's why he's a Pittsburgh type mentality hitter. That guy made a mistake, had to put someone over the plate, he made him punish for it.
Pittsburgh has been like the theme for you guys all year, win or lose. Even when Louisville came back in the bottom of the 8th and tied it up, could you guys sense that we still got this? We're gonna outlast them mentally.
I think as an athlete, as a competitor, and it's something that we worked on in the fall too. The storm's gonna come. But you gotta have to face adversity, and you can either run from it or you can charge through it. And these guys are gonna charge through it. They might go down early, they're gonna fight all the way to the end. Things are gonna happen when they happen, so what, next pitch? Can we move on from it? Charge on through
Hit the nail on the head.
it. That's pretty good.
Sorry.
You talked about this possibly being last game for certain players,
Yeah.
but, talk about Luke. You talk about what he's meant to the program over the last 2 years, how he's kind of embodied it, and, it's kind of fitting that he's the one that hits the home run here tonight to, to keep you guys on to the next level.
You create relationships in this business. And you learn a lot about people. This is a special individual that will always be part of Pittsburgh baseball. And in today's world, he didn't start at Pittsburgh. But then things have evolved around him. He's the ultimate teammate. He's the ultimate energy giver. He brings it not just for himself, he brings it for the other 31 players. I think we're about 32 this week. He's a great teammate. He'll be remembered for a lot of great things, but more importantly, he brought it every day. And it's going to be deeply missed. There's not going to be one player that's going to be able to fill that void. That's like 10 to 12, 15 guys to fill that void. We're just lucky that we get to do it again tomorrow.
That's good. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys.